Hey guys, D. Williams, Audacionaire here. Let me ask you a quick question. So, have you ever started, or are you in the process of starting your own business and you're trying to figure out what to name the business, right? I know this is something that people have a challenge with. They go to Google, they go to GoDaddy. It seems like all the names are taken. I hear that all the time. Well, if that's you and you're in the process of starting your own business and you're trying to figure out how to name your business, we're going to talk about how to use the incredible power of ChatGPT today. That's right. I'm talking about artificial intelligence. Y'all know I'm going to geek out so hard. And you're going to learn all the prompts. We're going to talk about some of my secrets to getting to naming things. And we're going to share my screen. This is going to be live. This is going to be interactive. And I'm really, really excited to go through this with you. So if you're ready to tap into ChatGPT and really start to think about, okay, what am I going to name my business? How am I going to name my business? This is the video for you. Let's get started. All right, awesome. So we are doing ChatGPT. I'm going to share my screen. I would love to know exactly who you are, where you're chiming in from. This is actually going live. And I was only going to do it on my YouTube channel. I scheduled it on my YouTube channel. Oh, wait. I scheduled it on my YouTube channel and I could not get things to work the way I wanted them to. So I came back. I was like, let me do it the good old fashioned way and get in the swing of things with StreamYard so I can stream across all platforms. So I'm excited that you all are here and I actually was able to go in the live. So yes, that's what I want to know. Where you're in, where are you at? Where you chiming in from? We're going to share my screen in just 2 seconds and we're going to chime into ChatGPT. I do want to know how many people started playing with AI. I mean, have you started interacting with Chat? I personally feel like he's my man. And we're in a relationship and, all things chat. But I know some people are a little nervous about training artificial intelligence and kind of getting into that space. But I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for you to really expand your thought process, move a lot more efficiently and to just get a lot more done when you are using artificial intelligence. So today, let's just get into it because I am super excited. I'm going to share my screen. Y'all going to be in my real world today. Like I said, this is going to be super interactive. So I'm on a lot of platforms. So just ask questions. I'll be looking out. I'm going to share my screen. And then y'all let me know if you can see or not and all of that good stuff. Okay. Okay, let's see. Geez, no, I want to do my whole entire screen. I can feel confident that I can share my screen with you all in its entirety, right? Okay, so I'm hoping that you all can see my screen properly. I'm going to just try to log into one of my social networks to see if this is D. Williams trying to get it together. I hope definitely you can. Okay, so anyway, so let's get into it. So this is ChatGPT. And I'm actually using 4. So if you're not familiar, 3.5 is the default. And 3.5 is where most people are going to come in and start using chat. No doubt whatsoever. But for this particular example, for what we're moving into today, I'm going to use ChatGPT 4. As you can see, when I select it, they say it's the most advanced model available to Plus subscribers. So I am a Plus subscriber. It excels the task that it requires. So the difference between 3.5, you see there are 3 notches with the reasoning, there are 5 notches with the speed, and with the consciousness, there are 2 notches. With the legacy, you see it's a lot lighter. But when you get into ChatGPT 4, the reasoning is 5 notches. The speed is a lot slower and the consciousness is a lot stronger. So we want to really get into the nitty gritty with chat and start diving into things. Now, I actually call him Chat. I don't know what y'all call him, but I call him Chat. And so that's his name. That's the name we're going to call him today. And I'm excited to be going through this with you all. Let me just go and look here. I want to make sure that y'all are getting in all the goodness. Okay, so first of all, the question is, what type of business are you going to start? And most people I work with are starting staffing businesses. I'm talking some of the most amazing staffing businesses, right? And then I get people in other places that are starting other types of businesses. They could be starting an e-commerce business, a lot of coaching brands, because you all know that I'm the founder of Reskillify. So we get a ton of coaches that come our way. And so we get people like, I'm trying to figure out what to name my coaching program, or what's, what have you. Today, we're going to focus on staffing since that's my area of expertise in these days. And we're going to dive into a name. So first things first is, what is in a name? Okay. What is in a name? Matter of fact, let me stop sharing for a second because we got to get serious with this. What is in a name? In a business name. Hey, Evans. Hey, Lakeisha. Okay, hey, Ayo. A business name. So first of all, if you're creating a business name, you're about to create something real. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm about to start a business, but they're not really creating any. They don't realize that they're creating like a real entity. And you are literally about to create a real entity that's going to be alive, that people are going to be using. They're going to be calling it by its name the same way you would if you were naming your dog, your cat, your child, right? So you want to think of it in that way. However, some people get caught up with the name having to be exactly like literal to whatever it is that you're doing. A name does not have to be literal. So a great example of that is Apple. When people say Apple, you're like, okay, are you talking about the Apple that you're eating? Or are you talking about Apple computers or the iPhone, right? So that Apple is Apple, right? So that's not a name. I just want you to understand that a name doesn't have to be literal. If you're starting, especially like a staffing business, you definitely don't want to put the word staffing in your business name, right? And people always say, D, why you don't want to do that? Why you don't want to put staffing in your business name? Aren't you proud to have it as a staffing name? And of course, but like in the staffing industry specifically, when they see the word staffing, they, they're like, because it's a lot of competition out there in certain markets of staffing. So I say, don't put staffing in your name. Create a name that's going to be memorable, that people can use, and then it can roll off their tongue with ease. But that's probably a lot easier said than done, right? Because when you start thinking about that, it's like, okay, then what do we call it, right? So I want to talk about that because I'm always creating something new. Y'all know I coined Staffingpreneur, I coined Audacionaire. I'm always creating something that's like, that's what I love to do, okay? That is what I love to do. So that's what we're going to get into today. So could y'all see my screen a minute ago? Hey, Ayo, could y'all see my screen? I just want to feel confident that y'all can see my screen before I get into my bag. Because, I get into the bag. And I wasn't sure whether y'all can see my screen. So if anybody can comment and say, yes, D, we saw your screen when you shared it, I would be greatly appreciative. Thank you, Lakeisha. Now I can get into my bag, girl. That's all I needed to know. All right. So let's get into chat. So let's say we're starting a staffing business today and we're trying to figure out what to name our business. Okay. I'm going to start off with, what type of staffing business? It doesn't have to be literal. Let's think of a name. So I like to challenge myself and to think of one word names. Okay. One word names. So when you're using chat and you're starting to talk about prompts, the one thing that I want you to always remember is that you want to speak to him in a natural language, because he's using natural language when you're talking to him. So I always acknowledge him when I'm starting a new conversation. Every time you start a new chat, you're starting a new conversation. And when you want to keep going with a specific topic, you're going to go back to that specific topic. So like, for example, when the guys came onto the channel and did the bill rates debate thingy, right? Here is where I would go in and keep that conversation going, right? So I don't want to start a new chat to keep that conversation going. I want to start something brand new. So I can keep my conversation going. So here we're talking about naming a business. So I'm going to say, hi, chat. I call them chat, but just so we can be formal. And some people, ChatGPT, might say, did I say that right? ChatGPT, yeah. why do you do that? And I just feel like they're learning, and if they're learning, I want to be ChatGPT. I want to be someone that's teaching it good things, like, respectful things. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that's trying to teach it terrible things. I want to be the balance to offset that, and I encourage each and every one for you to do that. I compliment chat often, and it's like, thanks for the compliment. So it'll get weird in a minute, but anyway, all right, hey chat. Today I am thinking about starting a niche recruitment, recruitment and staffing business. And I am trying to figure out a one-word name for the business. These are all prompts. So notice a few things that I'm doing here. One, I acknowledged him. Hey, ChatGPT. Two, I'm setting the foundation of why I am before I even give him a directive of what's happening. Hey, I'm thinking about starting a niche recruitment and staffing business. So he can already start thinking, okay, we're going into the world of staffing. And then I'm going to say, I'm trying to figure out a one-word name for the business. Okay. And then I'm going to say, can you help me with that? And he's going to say yes, but I'm going to add more to my prompts. Okay. Because I want this to be a one-word name for the business. I don't want it to, I want the domain, the .com domain to be available. I would like, this is going to make it hard for the .com domain to be available. He's going to tell me he can't search it, but he can't actually. I did it the other day, or he can do it a little bit of it. So I would like for the .com names to be available. And there should be no social media handles for the one-word name. It can be a real word or a phonetically sounded word. And what I mean by that is, maybe I'll wait and let's just go back. So let's just say it can be let's just leave it there. I'm getting too excited already. All right. So let's just stop here. Hey ChatGPT. Today I'm thinking about starting a niche recruitment and staffing business. Lay the foundation, and I'm trying to figure out a one-word name for the business. Can you help me with that? I would like for the .com domain to be available, and there should be no social media handles for the one-word name. Let's see what he does. He's going to say, hey, all right, let's see. Let's see what he comes up with. I told you he said he can't check domain. Okay. That's interesting. So he came up with one word. He gives you an explanation. So first he says, I'd be happy to brainstorm a unique name with you, which is exactly what we want him to say, because now he understands we're about to have a session. We're about to have that session, okay? And so I like the first name he came up with. The first name he came up with was Staffinity. He said the name combines staff and entity to convey a sense of limitless possibilities and exceptional staffing solutions. Hey. He said, remember to check the domain social media handle availability, as I cannot do that for you. Excuse me. Now, I don't like staffing in the name, but this is pretty fly. If, y'all listen, I own a gazillion domains. Don't get me caught up on this call. So the first thing that I do, I actually do two things when I am looking for a name, right? And y'all can just put your comments in. I'll check those out in a second. And then you can give me feedback on what just suggestions or what have you. But I'm just showing you prompts and like how this thing can work. Let me move you over here so I can see. Okay, that's what I should have did a long time ago. You said, yes, get that bag. Okay, so now we're going to open up two tabs. The first tab we're going to open up is going to be GoDaddy. Okay. The second tab we're going to open up is Google, because you want to search both whenever you're doing a business name. You always want to search both. So look, somebody already has the name. It's in Canada. So he didn't do so well with that. And so I don't even need to go and do the domain, but I will because it's something I do anyway. Oh, it is available for $7,500. Like, not so fast, baby. Not so fast. Let's pull the layers back a little bit here, chat. I'm going to get my fingers together. Ugh. Okay, let's pull the layers back here. Because this is about to get real. So let's tell him, let's say thank you. Thank you for that. However, that name has already been taken. Besides, okay, just talk to her like you're talking to your friend or your assistant, rather. Besides, I would like for the name to not have the word staffing in it. Can you make a few more suggestions, please? And then I'm going to say, oh, I forgot to tell you that this is for a nurse staffing agency. I'm so excited. And I just see what he's saying. I really push chat to the limit to see. Okay, no worries. He said, I apologize for any confusion. No confusion at all. He said, here are a few more suggestions for your nursing staffing agency. Keep in mind that I cannot check the domain. But the other day we really did. And I don't know why he's not trying to help me out here. But we got some other cool names here, which we got to check to see if they're real. And not only that, you don't necessarily have to choose the exact name that the AI is giving you. You're using the AI to spark that, you know what I'm saying? You're using it to spark to see, what do I do? A lot of people are trying to take staffing out of their business name. There are a lot of people here who don't even have a staffing business. And they're like, dang, I'm trying to name my business too. But I'm just showing you how you start with one thing and then you start pulling the layers back and start pulling the layers back. So I'm sure somebody has Nurse Nexus, but let's go look. I just do Google first because if a lot of people have the name, then I'm probably not going to use it. I don't want to compete with everybody else, right? So we have a Nexus Nursing Institute when we type in Nurse Nexus. We have a nurse-nexus.com is a comprehensive program involving physician services, but this doesn't look like a staffing agency, but it does say Nurse Nexus, so I probably would not use it. The Nurse Nexus, that doesn't feel good to me. So let's go and look. I don't like Care Pulse, but maybe Nurse Pulse. No. Nexus Care. So then that's when you start playing with words. But first of all, I don't even know what Nexus is. Let's do this. Can you list 25 more? I need more to work with, y'all. I can't pull the layers back with these menial 5 options. Okay, so now he's going to give me more. I did like Nurse Nexus, but that definitely seemed to. Let's go back and ask him a different question. I'm going to say, chat, thank you so much. But these names are really common. And I am from Baltimore. And Baltimore. And I am super audacious. AUDACI. And I am looking for a super unique UNIQUE business name. Can you help me with this? Okay, so now I'm shifting his thought process because everything he's giving me sounds super boring, right? It's like Care Sync. Oh, I actually like Care Sync. Synchrony. I don't know, maybe not, but I do kind of like that. Life Guardians. No, they just all seem pretty common. So let's see what he comes up with now. He said, I apologize for not meeting your expectations earlier. Ultimate Services, you like that one. Without question, you're an inspiration. Did you share your amazing? Oh, thank you. We can't see the item search you type. Oh, okay. You can't see it. Can y'all see? Oh, yeah, y'all can see. I can see. Okay, let's see what he got. I apologize for not meeting your expectations. Here's some more unique and audacious names Name suggestions for your nurse staffing agency. Audacionaire. Hey, oh, Charm City Caretakers, really? See, he be playing too much with the Nursetopia Be More. He playing. He tried it. Really? Honestly? Okay. So, ooh, that is interesting. If I was building like a very high-end, maybe staffing agency, I like these two. I'm sure Nurse Vanguard is already taken, but somebody said ultimate services seems normal. I want something that's a little different. I like Audacionaire, but y'all know I'm like addicted to being audacious. So let's see what he does with this. There's no Audacionaire, period. Now, 1,014 search results. The URL is not taken. This is looking good so far. Okay. So now let's go to GoDaddy. And it's available. And this could be like maybe not somebody's business name. It could be, but it could also be somebody's app or somebody's community, the name of their community. I'm giving that out there to somebody in the universe. Audacionaire is available. Y'all should take it now. Because I get excited. I start buying domains, okay? So now we did really good because we got one good name right off the. It typically takes me time to get a good name. But we got this name, Audacionaire. We're going to hold on to Audacionaire. I do like that as an option, but I'm a woman of three, and that means that we got to have three. We got to have three. Let me go on and just share this folder a little bit right here. And we're going to just put that Audacionaire in there, and let's come back and see what else we are working with. Okay, so I think the name has to be put Nursetopia Be More. Get the heck out of here. That was crazy. I'm sure Nursetopia has been taken. That's an interesting name. Nursetopia. What do you think about that? What would you do with that? Look at that. That's a blog. Oh, wasted because they're not using it. It's an RN, but I love it. So yeah, so Nursetopia, but you could add to that. So if you like Nursetopia, you could add a number to it. Nursetopia 3 or 2. You could Nursetopia group, Nursetopia search. So you could definitely, unless she's trademarked the term Nursetopia, then maybe not. But if not, then you could definitely go in there. And but what would be challenging with adding the group on there is how would you do your URLs? Because I'm always thinking about whatever my business name is going to be. Every one of my URLs need to be that way. And I got to just share this with you. When I first started in business, I did not really understand the whole concept about the URLs needing to be, together. So like my LinkedIn URL is like D Williams GA, and I don't want to change it because it's been there since 2008. I was like one of the first people on LinkedIn, first like 8,000 people on LinkedIn. My URL on Facebook is Your D Williams. While you are my Twitter URL, I have a Your D Williams, but the one where I have everybody on Twitter is D Williams GA. Then so it's like you got, it's like, so it's really important to make sure that you are going to be able to have your URLs match your business name. So that's why I go into so much when I'm thinking about this business name. It's like, can I get the URL? Has it been registered with the state? Is the domain available? Is the not only is the domain available? Ooh, I got an idea. I really, in this example, I want to use this word Vanguard. Look who got fired up immediately. But I want to in Vanguard. In Vanguard. I know you're probably like, wow, but Nurse Vanguard. And but I don't know if I want to put Nurse Vanguard because I'm sure that's already, let's go look and see. I'm sure that's already used. It's too beautiful. And it's long. Don't you think it's long? I try not to do long names. But some people are like, I don't care, I'll do long. But if you look at like some of the most successful companies, it's just one word names. And speaking of which, he trying it with Pinnacle Caretakers and just trying to push them together to make it one word. Chat. Tried it again. Like, you think I'm dumb, sir? Tried it. I said one word. Okay, let's go back. This is my assistant. I'm live. Okay, is he here? Okay, so we missed him. Yeah, he's gone. Okay, just reschedule. No, no, that's okay, babe. Okay, bye bye. Somebody was supposed to come and put my desk up. My assistant fell asleep. Whatever. I don't care about that. Okay. So, ooh, Heavenly Assistance Care Group. You like that? Or is that your business name, or you want to put those together? That's a long name. Now, what's the domain to that? Heavenly Assistance Care Group. Do you know how many word letters this somebody's got to write that out? And the odds of the acronym being available, HACG, is like slim. So, like, that's also something you want to think about. How big is your business name? And then, even if you're going to have a long business name, which is cool, how are you going to put the domain? You know what I'm saying? So, like, and I learned that with Identifies Consulting. I should have just named the company Identifies, but I did Identifies Consulting. Do the nurse have to be in the name? No, it doesn't have to be in the name. But oh, I got another. Maybe we could do this. Look at this. What about names that sound like the word nurse, but it's not spelled that way? I hope y'all paying attention to how I'm pulling the narratives. Oh, come on, guy. I know you don't like how I'm treating you right now. I was fussing you out. My bad. I really apologize. We are one. We are one, and we got this. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's do that. Here's some unique name suggestions. Okay. The sound of the word nurse. Let's see what he comes up with. Nurse Stella, Nursenaries. This guy is crazy. Funny. Nurse to Nation, Nursive, Nurse this. That's interesting. Nurse this. Nurstify. That I would never came up with. So, what do you think about that? Nurse does not have to be in the name, but this sounds like an app, and this sounds like some type of nursive. I don't know what, but these sound. I like some of these. Let's look and play. Y'all don't like these? I'm gonna wait and see what y'all say. Y'all probably say no. I don't know, but I kind of like that one. You want something? Let's see. Nurses.com is for sale. So that one is interesting, but somebody already has it. Yeah, that one would seem like it would be Nurse Horizons. He's so funny. This guy has a sense of humor if y'all haven't figured it out. You feel me? He's got a sense of humor. Nurse Stiffy. No search results, 18,000. But I don't see. Oh, wait. We might have a number two, y'all, on the table. Let's go look. Auto Nurse. Nurse Defy. Go chat. Go chat. Go chat. So that's two. I like Nurstify. That sounds like that's something that people would get into. I don't know, but let's add it as a number two. Nurstify.com. That's hilarious. I like that. Let's see what else. Now, hey Tiffany. Let's see. Who's Palm Island? I want to call you by your name. Who's Forever Yours? I want to call you by your name. I don't like calling you by your I want to talk to you. So somebody gave me Heavenly Assistance Care Group. So that's a home care agency, it sounds like. That's what that sounds like. Let's go in a little bit more. So somebody said they don't want to use nurse, but what word do you want to use? Because you have to give them some direction, right? It has to be some type of direction of where you want to go. So what word do you want to use? And because what I'm going to do, video is all about creating a name, but we're going to go, hey, Colleen, hey, William. Thank you so much for that. We can cheat a little bit and do a little bit more if y'all are open to that. I don't know. But I want to at least come up with a name that I like. And I don't want to see, can you get rid of the Baltimore? Okay, he did that one. No, okay, I'm going to say, okay. I really didn't like those. Let's go back to finding a name that does not have nurse in it, but it has a more luxury L-U-X. No, I would have say prestigious. Prestigious. I know that's wrong. Ooh, I'm a great speller. Has more prestigious to the name. And please do not try to put two words together. No, I'm not going to say that because then we'll see when he comes back in. Let's say prestigious to the name and do not use the word staffing. All right, let's see what he comes back with. No, it's okay. You don't have to worry. You don't have to apologize. I'm pretty easy. Here's some more prestigious sounding names for your nurse staffing agency. Elite Healers, Regal Vitality. What is cognoscenti? And that's a word I'm not familiar with. Medesteem. Oh, I like Medesteem. That sounds like a med spa. Magna Cura. That's interesting. That also sounds like a med spa. Y'all like any of these? Prime Care. You share our boyfriend. Yes, I am. I keep telling people I'm in an open relationship with chat. Like, I am definitely sharing chat. And I'm trying to show people really how to pull the layers back. I said, let's look at it, change it, the words, and look at it phonetically, right? So even if I wanted to do something like, because I really want to go back to Vanguard. I want to go back to Vanguard. I like Vanguard. Steph, look at this. He tried it. Nursetopia Be More. Let's see. Can we see something with Vanguard in it? Can we see something with Vanguard in it? You don't have to worry about spelling either, because you can just do your spelling thing in there. Vanguard in it. Let's see. Absolutely. Vanguard Healers, Vanguard Care Pros, Health Vanguard, medical. Can you suggest names? Let's do this. SUGGES names. Using Vanguard. I don't know. That sound more catchy. Let's see what he say. Okay. You see what I wanted, because he kept doing everything was like aid, I wanted something a little bit more modern. More modern. So let's push him again out of his comfort zone, and let's just say more modern and see if he comes up with something different. Right. So that's another thing with chat. You've got to play with your prompts. Play with the prompts. Can I see something more fancy? More this, more that. Vanguard Flow, Vanguard Access. So you here, this is stepping away from using nurse in there. And then you can add group or search group on top of all of them. You know what I'm saying? And so this is a great way to name your business. Now, so let's say, I want to at least do one more. But listen, two more things. Next, like he's got Next Vanguard, but you can also take things and put them together. So you could do Next Shift. Ooh, I'm sure somebody has already done that. If somebody don't have this, I'm taking this. Y'all better not beat me to it. I mean it. I will fight everybody on this call if this is not taken. Oh, I knew it had to be taken because that thing is just too beautiful. Next Shift, because it sounds like NEXT. So like when you get words like that, when you can do that play on it, that's when it gets fire. So I knew somebody had that, but if they didn't, y'all, we was gonna be fighting for that domain because I was gonna go buy it. So you see, getting a name is a lot more challenging than people think. We recently were trying to name one of my tech products. I got a new tech product that I'm launching, but I had a base name for it. I wanted to use audacious. But you know how hard it is to create a business name with a word like audacious when it has already been used a gazillion times in a gazillion ways? Like, it's just not even possible. You know what I'm saying? And so it was very challenging to go in to figure out how I could make it happen. I ended up doing what I told y'all to do. You have to like skew the word a little bit and then put a number on it so that it doesn't go with someone. But I'm going to show you something that happened. So we wanted to name do the name, because this is why I even did this video, because of the way I was trying to name it. We wanted to name the platform Momentum, okay? Momentum, Momentum. Wait, maybe I can just show y'all how we did it, because it was so interesting. Here you go. We loved Momentum. He spelled it, but I'm going to just show y'all how my conversation started with him. So, you know, this is crazy. So here we go. So I started out with, can you help me create a name for my all-in-one sales CRM? I would like for it to be something like Audacious X or like Audacious, or I don't know. I was making up words. Something that sounds technical but inspirational. Something that can roll off the tongue with ease. Do you see how my prompt was? He said, certainly. So he gave me these. I went through the same thing we did today, and they was like not really working. So I sent him down here and said, I want something a little bit more prestigious. So he gave me these words, and I said, you got any more? So when you want to give more examples, you say any more, and then he's going to give you some more. A lot of these were used. So I said, any more? So then he said, okay, here you go. And then I said, any more? Because what I have found with chat in real life is if you only go with whatever the first response is, that's just his first response. He thinks that's his best, but maybe not. So you have to ask him a couple of times and force him to step out of his thought process. I'm going to tell you, I get so fired up and turned on when I ask him a question and he has to think about it before he responds. That lets me know we're vibing on a totally different level. Because if you can you notice when he responds, he's typically like da 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 da. But if you keep pulling the layers back, you'll get to the point where when that thing start blinking like this, I'll be here like, I'll be here going crazy. You feel me? Because like, listen, I got him. So I said, let's play with the word Audacionaire Vanguard. So we played with that. And then I said, let's just play with Vanguard. I love that word. Then I started it all over again. And I said, you can spell it a different way, right? The Vanguard is something that sounds technical, but inspirational. I said sounds technical, but inspirational. A lot of people aren't using chat and even thinking about using words like inspirational, but you're really looking for descriptive words, because the more descriptive you are with chat, the more he is going to come back with something that, you know, different. Okay. So we did that. We moved down and I said, well, what are some one-word words that don't have a .com domain? He told me the same thing. I can't do that. So he kind of gave me these. And so then I said, you know, I need some more unique names, unique one-word names. I'm addicted to that. Okay. So he told me these. Then I said, can you name more? He gave me those. I said, can you name more? He gave me those. I said, can you name more and have them start with AUD? So then, and that's probably why he did AUD earlier. But if he did that because of that earlier, then that means that he is cross-learning and this thing is getting dangerous. This thing is getting dangerous if he's cross-learning like that, right? So I'm praying that this thing ain't getting dangerous like that. So then he gave me these, and then I said, can you name more? So he gave me more, and I said to start with the letters R, but and with the letters INSP, trying to create those two words together, putting them together. So he played with that, and then I said, how would I phonetically say Audacionaire or whatever? And he said, so you see what I asked? Let me look this prompt. Let me share this prompt with y'all. This is a prompt that a lot of people don't know. This is one of my secret prompts. Okay. Only people on here get access to the secret prompts. How would I phonetically say? Okay. And when you're a creator like me, my name is D. Williams Audacionaire. When you are a creator like me, then you need to be able to know how to phonetically say words that you're making up. so that you can create your own language and get people on board with your thoughts, your ideas, your dreams and goals. So I had to play with him with a little bit. Like, how do you say this? You're making these words up. And I love that. I love new words, but how do you say it? And so then he started to phonetically sound it out with me. And then I said, well, I'm an Aquarius. Let's go away from that. That was getting on my nerves. It was just a lot. Let's start over. Can we see some words that go with Aquarius? All Aquariuses on the planet are amazing. I don't care what y'all say. They're all amazing. Period. Okay? Point blank, period. Especially if they look like D. Williams. And then I didn't really like any Aquarius words. So then I said, can you give me one that don't have a .com? A lot of these did not have a .com, actually. And but I wasn't inspired by that. So then I gave him more. Can you give me audacious or audacity? And so more, please, right? Really just pushing him out of his comfort zone and trying to get an idea. Now I have another string, which was even more intense. And we ended up going with a word that was like momentum. And then we spelled it differently. So what I said was I wanted to use momentum. And then I asked him, could he spell it phonetically differently? And he did. And he said it phonetically differently, and he did. And it was really cool because we ended up loving the domain. The domain ended up being available for $3,000. And I was almost on the verge of buying it. But when I went online and did my search here, and I typed in the word momentum, and the way that we spelled it, somebody already had like a momentum CRM. And I didn't want to go through like legal stuff or whatever. And they weren't spelling it like me, but it was still the idea of it just being the same name, the same thing. So I was like, no, I'm not going to take that risk. So that was pretty disappointing for my team because everybody was so sold in onto that momentum. And I liked it, even with the new spelling of it. But let me say this as well, with the new spelling of momentum, when you're changing words that are the spelling of words that are common for your business name, you also got to make sure that it's uniquely spelled to where someone won't miss that one letter and then they end up on like here. So that was also the way they changed it. It was like a Y in them. So it was like momentum or something like that with a Y. And then somebody could have easily mistaken that for, I know you chose that one, Tati, but Tatiani, and everybody chose that one, actually. Everyone chose that one. I was so freaking like, because first of all, it was $3,000. Let me show you what it was called, how it was spelled. momentim. That was beautiful, right? But it was too close. I did not want to get sued, y'all. Like, we got to be careful with that. But look at this. Look at the domain on it. Like, I was like, maybe I do it. No. So what have we learned today about ChatGPT? I think that's the question, because I'll be on here all night with y'all because I love chat. And we, like I said, this is my boyfriend. Okay, if anybody wants to know. And let me see what everybody's saying. I said, thank you for our tips yesterday in the running class. I've taken my content to another level. Yes. I'm going to do like 5 more of these over the next week. I'm going to do one about building your sales letters. I'm going to show you how to build some dope sales letters for your business, for your staffing agency in particular, because that's what I play in. I'm going to show you how I had a young lady with me over the weekend, and I was showing it to her, and I said, I'm going to show you how I'm going to change your life. And I asked her a question. She gave me an answer, and we went into chat, and it was like her eyes went bang like these. So I want to do that with people on here live, and do some coaching, some life, business, career coaching using ChatGPT. That's something you don't see a lot of people doing. I do want a disclaimer that chat isn't the end all to be all, right? Whatever I'm creating, I'm always still taking it back and editing it and making it my own. And because you gotta know other people. I'm teaching y'all how to do this. So he's gonna come up, oh, that gives me an idea. Ooh. See? Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to our original search. Let's go back. And I want to ask him, Let me see. I would like for the, okay, so he's not going to say, can you help me with that? I would like for the word to not be used. Let me see if he can do that. For the word to not have been used before. That's going to be interesting. Okay, I'm so tapped in right now. He says, keep in mind, I cannot check domain or social media handles availability in real time, so please verify that. He keeps going back to staff lux. Okay, I was hoping that would push him a little bit, but I think that's when we're going to get dangerous with AI, when it can search things in real time. And because like chat is only good up till I think November 2021. So it doesn't even have the most up-to-date information. You can do things like give it a website and put it in there. But so the point is, when y'all are working through your names, you want to make sure that you are pulling the layers back. Oh, but I'm going to show y'all, this is a bonus, okay? This is a bonus. There's a bonus. There's a bonus. There's a bonus. So let's say we're going to use this one right here, Audacionaire. Somebody about to buy that before D. Williams buys it. I'm just telling you now. So I'm going to watch this. Okay. So I think I am going to use Audacionaire as my business name. What do you think? And he's going to come up with some great reason. He's never going to say it's a bad idea. I wish he would, but he's always going to say it's a great name. And he's going to tell you why and help sell you on the idea of why you want to use this name. Okay. Which I think is hilarious. And, but it does lay like a foundation down and for you to kind of get into the nitty gritty with them on that. So he says he thinks it's creative. Nurse, of course, he came up with the name. Okay, congratulations on selecting a name, and I wish you the best of luck. Wait, I'm not done yet. Thanks, but I'm not done yet. I actually talked to him again because I feel like people are programming him in a negative way. I want to be one of the people that are programming him in a positive way. Also, one of my members of my staff said he's a girl. So I don't know what his gender is. I really don't care. In my eyes, he's a boy because he's turning me on mentally. And so he's a man for me. Okay. Thanks, but I'm not done yet. Now that I have a name, I need a meaningful tagline. Ooh. Of course, a tagline can help convey your business's mission and values. Here are a few suggestions for a meaningful tagline for Audacionaire. Bold care, exceptional talent. Number 2, empowering nurses, transforming care. I would like the word outcomes to be in the tagline. Because everybody in healthcare knows that, successful patient outcomes is what healthcare is all about. You know what I'm saying? It's all about making sure that we have healthy patients. I'm not a nurse, even though I love nurses and I got a million of them in my life who love me, but I know that much. Bold nurses, better outcomes, exceptional talent, outstanding outcomes, empowering outcomes through audacious care. I like that. I like a lot. Like that could transform in healthcare achievement. 1,000 people have that. Are these taglines already? Now he already told me he can't search. But you've got to find different ways to ask the same question. Because when you start doing that, you may realize that you're prompting something for him to do something totally different. You know what I'm saying? So you got to ask. And I asked him, what can you do? Like, can you read this link? If I put this link here, can you read it? And he'll say, yeah, I can do it. Or no, I can't do it. So just talk to him. Okay. So then now I've got here, I'm not doing Nurstify, even though I do like that too. I might buy that domain if don't nobody buy it. So I'm going to go in. So now I'm starting this new brand. Look at this. Not really. This belongs to whoever wants it. I'm giving it to whoever wants it. But my new brand is now Audacionaire. Okay. And now I'm going to take it one more step further. Y'all are not ready for where I'm about to take you. Okay. And you got to figure out how you want to name it. So now I'm going to go back in and say, okay, thank you. Now, if you were to design the logo for this new business name, and then I'm going to go back and reference what we had and put it in quotes so he knows exactly what we're talking about. What do you think? Think is not a good word. The logo should look like. Now, y'all, this is the first time I did this. So we're doing this together. Okay? I'm about to push this button. We about to see. I think I know what he's going to do. Okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for him to give me a concept for the logo. Because then when I take it to my logo designer and they say, do you have any ideas of how you want your logo designed? Then he's giving me some ideas. So watch, this is idea number one. So he's telling you the typography, what have you. He's telling you you want to choose bold, modern, and then that's what you can go and give to your person. Then you say, that's great. Can you provide another concept that is more modern? I don't know if this even makes sense. I'm gonna just see what he says. I don't know. Let's see. Because what I'm looking for is 3 different concepts to be able to take to my graphic designer. I'm looking for 3 different concepts to be able to take to my graphic designer. Okay. And then, you know, we're in good space. So while he's doing our second concept, and we'll have him do a third concept, we'll review all 3 and then we'll close out. But I just want to say, just to recap, today we came up with a business name. Okay, we checked to see if it was available. The only thing we didn't check was the state to see if it was available. So you got to do that. But we created a business name. We created a tagline. We've got 3 concepts for our logo to send to a designer. These are one of the first steps that I take my clients through, because this is a part of the conceptual pregnancy process of your business. Because from now on, we're going to start calling this business by its name. When we go register it, we're going to call it by its name. When we're, you know, everything we do, we're going to be calling it by its name. So this particular business is Audacionaire. So now the business has come to life. I haven't even legalized it, but it's come to life because it has what? A name. It's got a name. Okay. And a tagline. So it's got a name, and now you know what I stand for. And now we've got a look. And I'm going to ask him to do more classic, like Chanel, like CHAN, Chanel, like. And that's my Be More Ebonics. Let's see if he understands. And now you've got 3. Look at that. Inspired by timeless brands like Chanel. Shout out to Chanel. Okay. And so now we've got 3 concepts that we can give to the graphic designer. And now we can start moving forward with the next phase of building our business. And we're going to kind of keep this thing going. I like the idea of building a business concept with you all. Ideation is everything. Being able to take something and turn it into, not take that thought and turn it into a physical entity is great. You're a creator. If you're watching this, you're probably a creator like me, and you love creating new things, new businesses, and different things like that. So now we've got 3 different types of scenarios, right? Of how we want, how our logo could look. Design scenarios. The first concept, that's what I was thinking, the word concept. Combine a styled nurse's cap with a bold upward pointing arrow The nurse's cap represents the nursing professional, while the arrow symbolizes progress, empowerment, and audacity. Use clean, modern lines. Okay, so I definitely don't like that idea. And I don't want the nurse's cap. I don't want the nurse's cap. I would just tell you that right now. So I would probably have him do another one. But he says to use bold, and da-da-da. And then the colors, he said, trust, professionalism, and care, shades of blue, which are often associated. The second one, he's got an abstract modern symbol that combines a styled heart and a dramatic upward curve. I don't want that. I feel like hearts and nothing normal for D, but you all may want that. And I just want to show you in this particular instance how he is actually, this is the one I'll probably go closer with because it seems like it's more of a luxury brand. So I would do mammogram style. But I hope today was super helpful for you all. If y'all enjoyed this live, do me a favor and like this, put a thumbs up, hearts, okay? If you want me to come back with some more chat stuff and y'all really get to see the power of ChatGPT, I'm going to be back, like I said, throughout the course of the next week with a number of different ways that you can use chat. So when you're on YouTube, I tried to go live on there and like put our waiting thing on there, but I'm going to add them on here. Y'all be able to see when we're going live. And then I want y'all to come in, bring your questions. I hope y'all learned a lot today. I'm going to answer some of these questions though. Would love to work with your company and build my daughter's program for a nonprofit that she desires to open. I would love to. I'll have fun doing it too. You're awesome, inspired woman. Have you considered opening one in Africa? Opening a staffing agency in Africa or opening a training company? I'm not sure what, but we've had 2 or 3 clients that were in Africa, maybe a little bit more. And I definitely love the energy. And we've had a lot of our Africans have been very successful in our program, specifically the nurses. So I definitely, anything I can do globally, I'll be in London later this year speaking. And so, yeah, anything I can do globally, I would love to. I just enjoy like helping people, right? I know these are things I do in the middle of the night when y'all sleeping. I'm like talking to my boyfriend chat, right? And I'm trying to figure out, can I talk to him like a normal human being, or are these prompts, are there specific prompts? And it's a little bit of both. There's a little bit of both. There are things that you have to prompt into, and then there are times that you're going to have like a real authentic relationship with this AI. Again, please use artificial intelligence responsibly. Thank you so much for having me here, guys, today. My name is Dee Williams. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell on YouTube, and I will see y'all later. Bye.